Hello, guys, gals, and my non-binary pals. It is Tyler Michael here, he, him, his, and I am so excited to be back making Pokemon content. Yes. Hi, hello. I took a little break. It's been a while. I got a new job. Things were very busy this summer. We were a little separate, but now we're here. We're back, and we're going full steam ahead, baby. I'm really excited for the future of playing Pokemon. I've got a bunch of big plans, and I can't wait to share them with you. And we're going to start off this with a 3-week run words of the Mystery Draft League. It's on this side. The Mystery Draft League. The Mystery Draft League, if you have watched any of my content before, we did it earlier in the year. It is a fun little brainchild of mine, and I'm so excited to give it a little 3-week run with the Victory Draft League, the VDL, who is truly one of my favorite places to play Pokemon. They're letting me run a couple of alternate draft styles, and so this is our first. So in this video, I'm just going to talk you through the draft. What it looks like, what the rules are, what the teams are, present them to you all, and it's going to be super exciting. One thing you will note is that I am simply sitting on the ground, and you may ask, Tyler, why? And that's a great question. I bought this really fancy new desk to like stream and record from, upgraded everything, feel really good about it, and it is one of those motorized desks, really fancy, really cool, except it doesn't work. And so it's currently stuck at 22 inches off the ground. Thrilling. But that's fine. We're here. We're on the ground. I just... it'll be great. But let's get into this and talk about what the Mystery Draft League is. So, the Mystery Draft League, for those who don't know, will be a 14-team draft league. It'll be 3 weeks. Each team will have 11 Pokemon. It is a tier system, so there are 5 tiers, and so you get 1 tier 1, 2 tier 2s, 2 tier 3s, 2 tier 4s, a tier 5, and then 3 free picks to use some points to get 3 more Pokemon. It's pretty classic. It's pretty typical. What makes this unique and sort of what makes this special and why I'm excited is that instead of actually picking Pokemon, you're picking numbers. And so what that means is you'll take tier 2 number 46 and you'll take tier 3 number 17, etc. And you won't actually find out till the end of the draft what Pokemon you have. So you are basically completely sort of guessing in the dark as to what Pokemon you're going to be pulling from. Which is exciting. What makes it special to me is I didn't want to just like randomize the teams and just give everyone a random team because that's a little less fun. I wanted every person to actually be part of the picking. So if they went for tier 1 8 instead of tier 1 9 and then tier 1 9 ended up being something awesome, like they are actively part of the choosing, and that is fun for me. So each coach gave me one of these. So it is a list. So for example, tier 1, they want number 44. If in the snake order that someone has already taken tier 144, we'll take tier 111, they'll take tier 112, etc., etc. It's pretty straightforward and fun for little spreadsheets. So I went through, took all 14 coaches' options, snake drafted like any other draft, and went through their choices. So this person went for tier 1 first, then tier 2, then tier 3, sort of a pretty straightforward approach. What resulted was this. So in round 1, tier 147 went first, tier 1-1 went second, tier 1-7, etc. Anytime you see someone in yellow, that means they got their second choice. So, for example, the first yellow in round 1 was tier 1-2 because they wanted tier 1-1, but it was taken. So we get a little sense of like who got things sniped from them. And then orange is 2, and then red is 3, and this continued on and on. Just a fun little way to see what's sniping and what's happening. Here's what's going to be a little bit different this time, now that it is a full 3-tier adventure. First and foremost, trades are allowed. There are going to be trades between the weeks. And how it's going to work is that you can toss a Pokemon in and randomly get one chosen back for you. However, I didn't want this to just be like people recycling their lowest tier Pokemon or ones that they don't like to just try and build the strongest team every week. I wanted a little fun in it. So at the end of each week, a coach can choose to recycle 2 Pokemon back in. However, one of those 2 has to have been in the 6 they brought the previous week. So, they have to send one back that they've used previously. Also for me, like, the reason I'm doing this in general is that, like, Pokemon drafts tend to be a little too stressful, a little too anxiety-inducing. The desires win, 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 win. And that's not what this is about. Like, this is obviously your teams are going to be dumpster fires. So the goal is to try and win, but try and win in like the spiciest way possible. What is the fun tech you can bring? What are the weird items you're going to use? All of that fun stuff. So to sort of honor that and be a part of that, there will be, of the 14 coaches, there'll be 6 teams who make playoffs based on the highest record. However, there's also going to be 2 spots held for coaches who just bring the spiciest tech. Like, just are the most fun to watch and are the most surprising. And so a coach can go 0-3 but bring the most awesome stuff every single week and make it into playoffs. From then, they have to like win to win the championship, but I think it's just honoring coaches who are committing to the bit of trying fun, cool, bold, big things. And there's going to be a prize. I've already got it. It's waiting in a box over there. I entered a bunch of Pokemon names and randomly selected one out and bought a plushie of that. So they will get a mystery Pokemon plushie. But that's it. That's exciting. I can't wait to get started, so I want to just reveal the teams. Bam. So first up is the Old English Ice Cube. This team is actually like kind of threatening in a way that is scary to me. You have like Porygon Z and Spectrier, like special serious threats, and then they're supported by Lucario, Caesar, Hitmontop, like that is there, coughing to stop any shenanigans from your opponent. There's like actual threats here, and here's my favorite part is I actually don't remember which one of the trio that is, Azelf, Uxie, or Mesprit. I think that's Azelf, but like literally could not tell you. But these are the Old English IQ. I think it's actually pretty balanced in a fun way. You've got a lot of offensive threat. You've got a lot of physical threats. You have some bulk there. Like, I'm actually not mad about this team in any way at all. So, there they are. There they are. Sweet. Let's keep moving on. Next up, we have the Tokyo Terrors. First off, like, literally immediate Sun team here. Like, you have Torkoal and you have Lilligant, which is just threatening. You have the Tailwind from Latios. You have Fake Out from Kangaskhan. You have the Brick Wall that is Blissey. There's actually like threats here in a way that you have to be concerned about. I really just... You also have that Alolan Ninetales, so you have the Ice mode too if you really just want to go buck wild. But here it is. Oh, also, like, I feel like I didn't even, like, really acknowledge that. I feel Grovyle probably gets Unburden, because I know Sceptile does. So do you then have Grovyle with Tapu Koko? So you have a Terrain and Unburden. There's... Ooh. That's exciting to me. And Obstagoon's just there to stop you from doing all of your shenanigans with Intimidates and things like that. So actually a threat? Actually top tier? What's happening here? Up next, we have the Miami Heatran. Right away, Raichu, my favorite Pokemon. Living the dream. There is like a Trick Room mode here. You have Slowbro, you have Gorgeist, you have Dragaggle, you have Regirock. It actually is like exclusively a Trick Room adventure here. You also have Tangrowth to Rage Powder to set that Trick Room up. So this is actually like full-on hard Trick Room. Gonna spank you if you let that happen. I also think Shellos there to like stop Regirock from getting hit by water moves is super threatening. You can also just like... Does Ludicolo get Surf? I feel like it probably does. And you can just like Surf, get Shellos' special attacks up. There, synergy. The synergy is there if you look for it. Just super exciting. Sweet. We're going to keep moving forward. We have the Roll Gold Pretzels. This is... There are so many Pokemon that want to be in weather here and are simply not. There's another one of those. Uxie. I think this is Mesprit. I'm going to guess that this one's Mesprit, and I could be wrong here. A lot of these pieces look really great individually. I don't... Venusaur wants to be in the sun. You have Poliwrath who wants to be in the rain. I assume Jolteon gets Rain Dance. Like, you might pull some of those shenanigans there. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, I feel like we're missing out on the MVP, which is Delibird, and it was really the top tier, like, crux of this team and is going to hold it together. And so I think there's a lot of spicy things that are going to go on here, and I trust Gumi with those. So, boop. Oh, yes. Okay. So this is Matrix, and I quite literally, like, Google search to make sure I could pronounce this. Kumrag Chaos. Kumrag? I remember just thinking it was Kumrag, and I was like, uh, Kimrig Chaos. Yep. Really nailing all of the Welsh. A dream. Um, Here we have another sort of like, there's a serious trick room mode here with Marillac, Alola, Azumarill, Chandelure, Trevenant. Riolo is there to get a bunch of coachings off, which actually looks pretty scary here. You can sort of max guard Trick Room with Riolu and then coaching that Marowak Alola up. Hakamo looks threatening. Like, there's actually, like, this is what is wild to me is, like, a bunch of these teams actually look threatening. Like, there's actual things here that you are concerned about, and I'm excited to see how those work out. So, Matrix, have fun here. Live the dream. Boop. The Primarina Primers coming back. This at first I thought this team was like truly broken because I typed Dragonite instead of Dragonair, and I was like, what is going on? And then it was Dragonair, and it made a bit more sense. Again, I feel like the running theme of this is like a scary trick room mode with Hatterene and Oranguru. Appleton is, I assume, slow. I look at it. It's a fucking baked apple. It must be slow. I don't know. Regardless, there is some speed swap shenanigans here with Rabambi. You have two really strong fighting types here. Anorith holding it all down. Heatran, I think, is really strong here. I'm really curious to see how this all works out. There's like this Golbat that I don't know what it's going to do here. You got dual poison, you got some psychic, you got dual fighting, you got dual dragon. There's a lot of dual fairy. Yeah. This is just like a typing overlap. We'll see what the Primarina Primers will get out with this team. Up next is the Pummeling Licky Lickies. This is this team is so silly to me, mostly because you have this like dual glass cannons, like Blacephalon, Pheromosa, just the glassiest of cannons, and then you have everything that's in the lower half that is just like Chinchino, Morpeko, oh my god, Cherum. So cute. This team is top tier cute. Like, look at how cute this team is. I can't get over it. And then, like, I think what is fun is that, like, the free picks are then, like, pure aggressive intimidation. You have, like, Ferrothorn and Luxray and Pangoro, just, like, the aggression compared to the cuteness that is the rest of this team. I'm curious what will happen here. I think you can Rain Dance to protect that Ferrothorn up. You can Sunny Day to do serious damage with Blacephalon and Cherum. I mean, honestly, if you Sunny Day and then like physical Sableye, question mark? I don't know. I think this was definitely the team that I looked at and I was like, ooh, good luck, which means he's probably going to go 3-0. But I'm excited about it. Boop. Up next is the Massachusetts Manitans. So I haven't discussed this yet, and I don't think this... I realize I haven't actually looked back at the other teams. This may not be true. If it was a Dynamaxed or Gigantamaxed version, I flipped a coin. And if it was heads, it was always the Gigantamax version. If it was tails, it was always the Dynamax version. So we have Gigantamax Snorlax and Dynamax Dreadnought, which is true of this team. And I'm excited about here. See the third. This one is Uxie. This one is definitely Uxie. So all three of the little I don't even know what they stand for. I can't remember that game. I can't wait for it to come out in a month so I can remember. But Uxie is here. There is, I mean, Incineroar, absolute threat. Gothorita to trap things in, and then the rest of this team. I think honestly, like if your opponent is special attackers and you can like trap in Gothorita with Snorlax and then like recycle some berries and just like curse up and get your defense and sit there with a rock and special defense, you can actually do some serious damage here. But the rest of the team I'm really excited about. I think it's cool. I think it's cute. I think that Lantern protecting from water moves and lightning moves will be really fun for the rest of the team. We'll see how they handle it. But good luck here. Boop. Norwegian Manitans. This chef kiss of the Norwegian Manitans getting Manitan Galler, like really just picked it so beautifully, really sniped it out. I felt so good about it. A quick side note, truly could not figure out how to get Executor Alola onto this, so I just like stretched the little bean. So we have Executor Alola in there. There is, honestly, Gyarados with Lightning Rod Marowak. You have 2 fire types, but like Libero lets Cinderace change things up. You have a solid fighting type in Farfetch'd with, you have Imprison and Trick Room with Orbeetle. You have some serious physical threats with your Lycanroc and your Buzzwole. Like, this team is actually pretty threatening when you look at it, especially knowing that Blaziken can go special. Orbeetle's doing some serious work there. Like, there's a lot here that I am concerned about. And I think it'll be really nice to see what happens with it. But getting the Darmanitan Galar. Chef kiss there. Sweet. Oh, next, we have the Killeen Binets. I don't know what it is about this team that sparks some serious joy for me. I think part of it is that it is just 5 dragon types. It is truly Salamence, Goodra, Flygon. Oh, not Charizard, sorry. Altaria, and then it looks like a dragon Charizard. It is then supported by 2 ice types to like take care of it, which is Vanillix and Ice Cube. Chansey is there. Beware is there, looking cute. That is the G-Max Charizard. But yeah, you really just got... I mean, this looks like a team that Lucian would draft normally. Just in general. Would just be like, yes, let me get this dragon, and this dragon, and this dragon, and this dragon. So good luck. Have fun. I hope you don't face any fairy types, because you'll just be sitting like Matrix in any of the VDL draft leagues. Sweet! Moving forward, we have actually Rebellion. Lucian's actual team. This team actually looks pretty scary when I look at it on paper. Like, you have Tailwind, you have Kartana, you have Trick Room with Reuniclus, you have Mamoswine, Rillaboom for Fake Out, Haxorus does serious damage, you have Magmar, which you can stick an Eviolite on. A normal type is so good, so having Tauros is like so good. Ghastly can do random shenanigans in itself, so like I looked at this team and was like, oh, wait, I don't want to be anywhere near this. Like, not even in the least bit. So I love when things randomly work out that you get a team that's super strong. And, like, honestly, like, Reuniclus and Espeon have that special damage. Then you have a bunch of physical attackers. Oh, yeah. Oh, juicy, juicy, juicy. And that Rillaboom is G-Max. Rillaboom. Boo, boo, boo. Next up, the Pacific Slobros. First off, that Eevee is normal Eevee, not Gigantamax Eevee. So sorry about that. Have fun. Again, there's some serious dragon going on here. So you have Drudagon, Tyrantrum, Zweilous, really great. Archeops, whose ability is terrible and no clear way to shut it off with these bundles. You have Dugtrio, which I think gets beat up, which might be great into Cobalion. I could be wrong, but I think it does. Togedemaru is really great for Lightning Rod. Could maybe help that Tauren out. And also you can just like eat up a bunch of electric type moves into it with Piloswine. Yeah, this is, again, like very scary dragons. This team is very physical. With the exception of Seismitoad with no immediate way to set. Oh, I don't even remember which one of the genies that is. I couldn't tell you. I'm really great at Pokemon, can't you tell? But good luck, Otto. Up next is my team. Truly just all of the things that fly. So you have Aerodactyl, you have Crobat, you have Tauren, you have Zapdos, you have Sigilyph. Truly, you have Regidrago, which looks like it has wings. And then 2 really, really, like, Eviolite necessary Trick Room setters. Nothing that super wants to be in Trick Room on this team. Rhydon and Nidoking just looking like the same Pokemon. There's really, like, I looked at this and I was like, yeah, this is just a bunch of the same stuff. I can't wait to try and use it. I mean, Tailwind for days. I'm going to run Tailwind on everything. But yeah, I'm excited about it. Honestly, I think Regidrago and Crobat, as Otto just drafted in another league, is a pretty spicy combo, but woo, we'll see. Up next, and our final team is the Brisbane Blazekins. They're first up, Weavile and Sneasel. Let's just get it out of the way that we've got both there. We do have Slurpuff plus Tapu Lele, so terrain, unburdened, fake tears going on there. Comfey to like really heal up a bunch of things. I never realized how actually cute Impidimp is, but Impidimp is one of the cutest Pokemon I've ever seen in my life, and I will die on that hill. I simply will. You have Comfey to set Trick Room, Araquanid, which loves to be in Trick Room, Primarina, which can be like, there's actually like a lot of good stuff going on here, and I'm excited to see it. But Sneasel and Weavile both being in there is like chef kiss. So those are our teams. There's really like, there's a lot of variety there. There's a lot of weird stuff. I'm so excited to see like the spicy weird tech that's going to come out of it. So let's just wrap it up with some matchups. A week one. So we have 3 weeks of matches. And so our first week we have Old English Ice Cubes versus the Pummeling Licky Lickies. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Up next we have the Massachusetts Manitan and the Kaleen Binets. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Up next, we have the Tokyo Terrors versus the Primarina Primers. Ooh, ah. This is a good bit, right? Next, we have the Norwegian Darmanitans and the Kumrig Chaos, which actually, I'm really excited about this one. Next, we have myself versus the Brisbane Blazekins. Then we have Rebellion versus the Miami Heatran. And then we're closing it out with Slobros versus the Roll Gold Pretzels. That's it. I can't wait to see what happens here. I think it's going to be spicy fun. I think there's going to be a lot of heat sets. I'm going to be doing a lot of recaps and a lot more content, especially once my desk actually goes to a height and my back doesn't hurt. But that's it for all. Thanks for joining, and I hope to see you in the future. Okay, bye.